So today's topic is going to be on marriage and kids and why that is not the goal you necessarily think it is. And all other goals for that matter, anything that you think that you want that is going to make you happy, I am going to show you that maybe it's not going to make you happy and that there is a better way to go about finding happiness. So let me explain. Me personally, I'd not always wanted kids. It wasn't something that I was really like, yes, this is definitely what I want. And maybe because I was younger. And then when I was, I think about 20, I held a baby for the first time, my cousin's baby. And that definitely stirred a feeling that I'd not had before. And when I had a bit of baby fever and felt definitely very broody and something that I would want for myself at some point. Then I lived my life. I moved to Australia for a while and it wasn't on my radar until I hit a certain age, and then I started to think, okay, I want to get married and have kids, like I want to settle down, that's what I want to do. And so for the next couple of years I made that my mission. I moved back to the UK because I thought, if that's what I wanted and that's my goal, and I'm in Australia and I'm currently single and there's no one I can see myself doing that with, do I really want to settle down so far away from my family? And the answer to that was no. So I came back to the UK and that was like what I pursued. If I was dating, it was for that purpose. And that's what I had in my mind, that I was going to be happy once I met someone, once we got married and once we had babies. That was what was going to make me happy. And it didn't happen. Well, probably 3 years on from when I'd made that my main mission, I exceeded the age that I thought that I would have all these things by, which threw me into a bit of a, I don't know what the word is, a bit of an internal crisis. And I have a lot of friends that were doing that, settling down, getting married, having babies, and I was nowhere near that. However, once I exceeded the age that I thought I would have those things by, it forced me to, I guess, look at it in a different way. And I would encourage you, for anything that you think you want, to get highly suspicious about that thing. Because how many times have you set yourself a goal or said that you want this specific thing only to get it and still feel lack? Still, it doesn't feel like how you thought it would feel. And that is because when we say that we want something, whether that's a certain amount of money, whether that's a new job, whether that's a promotion, whether that's a boyfriend, or to get married, or to get engaged, or to have children, we're not really chasing the external thing. We're chasing the external thing because of the belief that that thing is going to make us feel a certain way, right? You think it's going to, whatever lack you're feeling inside, that it's going to fulfill that. You think it's going to make you happy. You think it's going to give you peace. You think it's going to make you feel fulfilled and content, right? But if you're thinking like that, then you're clearly not feeling fulfilled and content right now. And you're thinking, oh, this thing outside of myself, I'm going to get that and then I'm going to feel fulfilled and content. And then you get the thing, say you get that job or you get that promotion, and this is something you've been working towards, this is something you thought was going to make you feel happy, or that you've made it, and you get there, and then in my experience, it often doesn't feel like a whole lot of anything. Like maybe there's a minute of like, yes, I did it. And then you kind of, it resets your baseline. You then feel like sort of exactly how you did before. And then because of that, what we do is we often make an even higher goal. So, oh, I need to now be earning this much money, or I need to now get this promotion, or anything like that. You make a new goal because then you think, oh, this wasn't enough, I need more. I need to make this much money now. I need to get this many followers or whatever. The thing is, every time you hit those milestones, you don't feel any different, really. Maybe some people do, but in my experience, you don't feel any different. As an example, like when I was at school and a teenager, I thought, once I get a boyfriend, that's me, happily ever after. That's going to fix everything in my life. That's going to be me so happy for the rest of my life. And then I got a boyfriend, and I realized with a very rude awakening that it didn't fix any of my problems. It didn't make everything better. In fact, it was kind of difficult to deal with because it wasn't what I thought it would be. And then not only that, but you bring your issues and your discontentment into the relationship, which then causes its own problems. And then what we can have a tendency to do is blame the thing we've just worked so hard to achieve or thought that we wanted so much. So we might blame our partner and think, okay, well then he's not or she's not the right one for me. I need to change my partner. Or I need to change my job. This job's not fulfilling me. I need something else. I need a different job. Or, oh, I thought that was going to make me happy, but it's not. So I'm going to pursue this thing instead now. And you can do that, and then you usually find the same thing. And this is not me saying that sometimes it is absolutely necessary. It is. This is not me saying that you shouldn't ever change a job or end a relationship or pursue something different. Absolutely, those things need to be done sometimes. But it should be motivated by the right reasons, not motivated by the faulty belief that something else outside of yourself is going to bring you the happiness that you're searching for. So a way to overcome this, or a way to take a hard look at the things you're aiming for and to evaluate them and to see if they are actually going to bring you the feelings that you want them to bring, is to look at what the underlying feeling is. If you want a new job, why? What do you think you're going to feel when you get this new job? Or what do you think you're going to feel when you get, say you're single and you get into a relationship, right? Or what do you think you're going to feel if you're with someone and you get married? Or what do you think you're going to feel if you're married or you're in a relationship and you have children? And if the answer to those things is something along the lines of, which they often are, happy, I'm going to feel happy, I'm going to feel loved, I'm going to feel fulfilled, I'm going to feel content, right? Then you're clearly not feeling those things right now, which is why you've decided that this thing is going to bring you those things. But they won't. They won't. The only way to get those feelings is to find them in your life right now and draw attention to them. So for example, if you want to feel loved, if you're single and you want to be in a relationship because you think that's going to make you feel loved and safe and secure, a really good thing to do is look at how your life currently is, right? What do you have in your life that makes you feel loved right now and safe and secure? So it could be, I feel loved by my family, my parents, my friends. I feel safe when I'm in my home and I'm tucked up in bed at night, or when I'm spending time with the people that I love. Or I feel content when I'm reading a book by the fire, or I've just eaten a really nice nourishing meal that I've cooked for myself, or I've just had a 2-hour long phone call with my friend who lives across the other side of the world. Because we often have many things in our life that give us those feelings and that make us feel that way when we are able to put the attention on them and feel gratitude towards those things. But we ignore them, and that's a problem because we don't realize how much value there already is in our lives. And if we can't appreciate what we already have, we can't possibly appreciate anything new that comes in, because that's why that feeling leaves so quickly. You get the new thing and then you're right back to square one again, because you've not learned how to appreciate what you already have. So the second you get the thing that you don't have, you then already have it and you're back to not appreciating it again. And it's because we think the thing is attached to these like permanent state of feelings, which isn't true. We have those feelings already, and if we can focus more on those feelings and cultivate more of those feelings, it's like magic. It's like energy attracts energy. So gratitude attracts more gratitude and is going to attract more things into your life that you can be grateful for and that you can be happy about. But if you're trying to get those things from a place of lack, you're going to bring into your life more lack, because you get the things, right? You get the new job, you get the partner, you get the marriage, whatever. And then you're just going to right back to square one again, feeling lack, and then you want something else. So we have to be grateful for what's already there. And the wonderful thing is that when you feel that gratitude for what you already have and cultivate that and make it a daily practice, write down 10 things you're grateful for before you go to bed every night, or speak them out loud, or meditate on them, or just think about them and ask yourself, what am I grateful right now? I think I want this thing because it's going to make me feel loved. What do I have already in my life that makes me feel loved? When do I feel loved in my life? When do I have that feeling in myself? And it doesn't even need to be from other people. You can feel loved when you take care of yourself, when you have a nice bath, when you cook yourself a nice meal, when you go to the gym. Oh, I want to be in a relationship because I want to feel taken care of. Right, well, where do I take care of myself already? Where do I currently in my life feel taken care of? If you feel like you don't have anywhere in your life currently where you do feel loved, then ask yourself, what can I do for myself to make me feel loved? Buy yourself some flowers, anything like that. The good thing as well about being able to see where you already have the feelings that you think that you're trying to get is that you stop chasing the external thing. You be content in what you've got now, and I don't know how it happens, but then things naturally start changing around you. Opportunities present themselves that you wouldn't have seen before, and you're in what people like to call flow, right? You're in a flow state. Life is fun. Life is nice. And you feel good. And going through life with that energy is so much better than going through life with a stressed energy where you feel like you have a lot of lack and you need to get the things and you need to work really hard and you're going to stress yourself out doing it. Like, that's no fun, only to get the thing and to be right back where you were. It allows you to detach from these goals or whatever they are, and maybe they will happen naturally. Wouldn't you rather enjoy, for example, being single and appreciating all the things in your life that you have and that you can do when you're single, and going from that state of happy and single to then you meet someone organically in an easy way, and then you go into being happy in a relationship? But I'm not sure you can go from being depressed and miserable single to happy in a relationship, because you're taking you with you. So those feelings of misery and sadness, they're not just gonna go because you're now with someone. That person can't take those things from you. That person, as much as Disney films led us to believe, you can't be saved by a partner. We have to save ourselves, and then things can happen, and it's going to be a lot more, the journey is going to be so much more enjoyable than chasing after things from a place of lack. So bringing it back to why marriage and kids is not the goal that you think it is, because it's just not. I thought feeling married would make me feel safe, would make me feel secure, would make me feel loved, would make me feel like I'd made it, would make me feel worthy, would make me feel happy and content. And then having babies, the same thing. But it's just not true. I can be happy and content and loved and secure, not in a relationship, not married. And if those things happen for me, then great, but they're not going to happen because I'm forcing it. Because you know what as well can happen when you chase too hard after an external something? That's how you wind up in bad relationships, because you weren't happy to begin with. So how can you truly assess if this person is going to be good for you if all you feel is lack and sadness and stress? If that's your norm, that person's only going to bring more of that. You're not necessarily going to see it because that just looks normal to you. But if you're single and happy and at peace and content and fulfilled, then only someone with that energy is going to be worth having a relationship with. Because if they're anything less than that, you're going to, rightly so, be like, why am I allowing this person in my life who's going to disrupt my peace and take away my joy and take away my contentment and take away my security and take away my safety? It's just silliness, isn't it? You would have a very good, beneficial filter that only someone that is matching your energy, if not exceeding, is going to be able to come in. Because anything less, and you're going to be attracting the wrong thing anyway, because you're blinded. You can't see how you need to remove the negativity sunglasses with which you are looking out into the world, or the lack sunglasses. Because if you're fulfilled and content and secure and happy, only someone with that energy who is that for themselves is going to be able to come in. So to sum up, unpick your goals and look at what the underlying feeling of that goal is that you're chasing. Then look at your life and see where you already have those things that bring that feeling. If you can't find anything, ask yourself how you can do that for yourself, how you can make yourself feel those feelings for yourself, not that someone else needs to do, something that you can do. And I would definitely argue that 10 minutes a day spent in gratitude is significantly more beneficial than hours spent in lack, stress, frustration, and sadness, working towards a goal that you think is going to fix those things. Because even if you get those things, I know I've just said this about 1,000 times in this video, but never mind, you're going to be right back to where you started. And do you know what? Yes, to other people, they might think, wow, they have it all. And they may feel jealous because they think, oh, if I had those things, I would be happy like them. But it doesn't mean anything. It means nothing if your insides don't match your outsides. If you don't feel happy and content and fulfilled with what you've got, even if you do have this amazing job, a marriage, whatever it is, if you don't feel happy and content in that, what's the point in having it? You might as well not have it, and then you're just working to the next thing anyway. Like, no amount of money, no relationship, no fancy car, no house means anything if all you feel inside is lack, insecurity, depression, and anxiety, and unfulfillment, and unhappiness. So cultivate the feeling, don't chase the dream. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you, and let me know your thoughts. Bye.